Askreddit thread. What is your least favorite thing about something you genuinely enjoy? My favorite foods are unhealthy. So true. I agree with this, but I found that if you monitor how many calories you eat versus how many you burn, it's still doable to eat your favorite unhealthy foods fairly regularly. And then someone goes off on a point about bullshit calorie things. I love listening to music, but I hate the process of listening to new music, or music that's new to me, rather. You listen to a new album, not sure if you like it, don't know which songs are your favorites, you have to digest it. I like knowing an album well, but you have to get to know the initial listening period first. Something about it bothers me. Maybe I'm just weird. It is kind of a pain in the ass looking for new music. Because sometimes there are songs that you don't like at first, but you might like over time. So I usually just add a whole bunch to my iPod and listen to them. And then I'll gradually just remove songs that I don't like after I've been listening to them for a while. The last episode of a binge watch. So true. But then the other best part comes, wading through Netflix to find that new show to watch. I hate that process. I scroll through Netflix for so long that I give up and restart a show that I like. Grinding in games that you need to level up. That and clean up after sex. Something you never see in the movies. I know, they just show the leveling up part. Get best gear you've been working towards for months. Now there is nothing to do / new raids comes out and it's worthless. I love creating art, and have followed a lot of paths to do that. Writing and recording music, fiction writing, photography, etc. What sucks is that so much of the creative process is just a big, slow, tedious grind. Oh, tell me about it. Getting it down on paper for hours, writing and rewriting and rewriting, editing photos down for hours, mixing down songs. Then comes the even shittier part, the business part, where you have to promote and distribute and market and sign papers and network. Always network. Some people love those later stages and really thrive in them. I just think the fun part is making something out of nothing. Something original and hopefully meaningful, or at least entertaining, and after that comes the terrible grind. So true. Be nice just to hire someone to deal with all the bullshit that comes after actually making stuff. I love the editing process. Writing a story, then going over and rewriting it until it's a little better here and there. Networking is not as fun, though. I love exercise and training, and I put a huge effort into my diet. I fucking hate eating clean and love bad food. Discipline stops me eating all around me, but I still hate it. Changing my diet has been the hardest thing for me. Getting to the gym and putting the workout hours in was nothing. Choosing veggies and lean meat over steak drowned in gravy, not so much. It really is the harder part. During the week, in work, I'm okay because I bring in my lunch, so I just eat it. However, when it's at home, that's a different story. Changing your diet's so much harder than actually working out. And the thing is, your diet is so much more important than working out. Same for me. I have started to get into the habit of working out consistently, so that's good. My discipline with food, though, is still severely lacking. What should I do is get a fitness tracker and join sites like this, and then use my competitiveness to my advantage. The part when I get out of the hot shower and it's cold until I'm completely dry, I love the shower part, though. And it's all cold until I'm completely dry. Okay. Keep your towel close to the shower, and then you're done showering, grab the towel and dry yourself inside the shower. I love running. It's relaxing and good for me. What grinds my gear is the other runner. Some people seem to think you have to be a specific qualification, such as running races, to be labeled a runner. All you need to do is run. You don't even need to run well. You don't need $100 sneakers to start running. Just go and get on the pavement. Agreed. Don't you do speed work? No, I just enjoy running. But don't you want to get faster? No, I just want to run. I don't care about my pace. I've never had a problem with other runners. Then again, I like to go running when there's no one else outside. Perks of being self-employed. I can go running whenever I want. Like when everyone else is at school or work. I feel guilty that I'm not socializing with people when I'm gaming, but I love to play my video games. Yeah, same here. I play the games for the story, not the online feature. My friends are giving me hell for not playing the new Metal Gear Online, but shit, most of them aren't even fans of the series. I bought the game for the story and gameplay and aesthetics, not the online features. I guess we're a dying breed. LOL! I love brewing beer, but I hate waiting for it to be done. Some brews take a while. Back when I was brewing, we made a saison. Spell check on that one. The recipe told us to wait for 2 months before it was ready. Even then, it was recommended to sit for another month. Damn. I really love online video games. I've met awesome people. Unfortunately, I've also met really terrible people. People become assholes way faster on the internet. I also love drawing and writing, but sometimes it's difficult to get what's in my head onto paper. I always wonder what the mysterious, antagonistic people are like in real life. Like, if you don't want to respond to good luck, have fun, that's fine, but why must I shut up and die? You know my mother? Why are you so mean to me then? I love online gaming, but I hate that I can spend 4 hours online gaming and still want more. I really enjoy snowboarding. Like, I buy a season pass and go get 30 plus days on the hill every year. But some days it's just too damn cold and it's time to call it a day early, or you're stuck spending half the day in the lodge warming up. Rides on the chairlift are boring sometimes too. Depends if I'm riding with someone for the day or solo. Skyrim is one of my favorite games ever created. I hate when I forget to save after a half hour or so, and then dying, forcing me to go back and do the same half-hour bullshit all over again. Fallout 4 is not much better with that specific problem, although quick save is easier now. I was briefly skimming through the options last night, and I think I saw an option to have the game autosave every X minutes when opening the Pip-Boy. I think its default it's 10. The worst part is if you get stuck. I've only now realized I could open up my console and type TCL to turn off collision to get yourself unstuck. Before this, I had to load from my last save point. Internet/nerd culture. We have the ability to connect to each other in ways we never imagined about anything and everything. We can connect about aspects of our lives or just our interests. The issue is that with this constant connection means no disconnect. Things that you love may become popular, then there's no escaping it. I liked Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but holy hell, Fallout 4 has been out for a day and I'm already sick of hearing about it. I'm excited for the new Star Wars movie like the rest of you, but do we need to obsess about it every waking second? Nerd/internet culture has been given a potentially bad rap about being disconnected from reality, as well as borderline unhealthy obsessive about its interest. The issue is the internet seems to exasperate this idea tenfold. Hell, even Reddit is potentially bad representation of this. You can have a lot of interesting discussions, education on unique topics, and even experience art, music, movies, paintings, drawings, books, etc. that may change and shape your life. Unfortunately, you kind of have to seek it out over the, oh my god, I want to go home and play Fallout 4, leave me alone for the next month, I need to play this game forever and ever, 111, exclamation point, noise you hear right now. Like any fan base or community, sometimes the crazies are ahead more than the moderates. I like to think that's how the Reddit operates. However, noticing Fallout 4 is dominating the website recently, is this a place for moderates, or are we lying to ourselves? Internet/nerd culture is weird, man, and I tend to identify with them too. Okay. Hangovers. Cleaning the dishes after cooking. I usually do that right as soon as I'm done cooking. Try washing dishes while cooking. Oh yeah, I do that too. I would love to, but still have to wait for the food to be eaten off the plates, rice to be taken off the rice cookers, etc. There are some dishes you can wash while you're cooking. God, yes. I like cooking. I definitely enjoy eating. Cleaning, I could do without. So much this. I will avoid cooking just because I don't want to clean up that mess. It only takes about 10 minutes, but I can't make my brain believe that. Fish keeping is really goddamn expensive. That I'm shit at it. Love guitar, but I'm shit. Love video games, but I'm shit. Recently started digital drawings as I figure I can draw with pens and pencils, so I can do this well. Wrong. Digital drawing takes some time though. You really gotta get used to it. As someone who draws digitally quite a bit for some of their videos. I was never really that great at drawing with pens and pencils anyway, despite years of practice. Ugh. It's good enough though. I'm in the same boat draw-wise, and it frustrates me to no end. I've sold pieces before. I was featured in my college's exhibition? Oh, okay. But if you try to get me to make something in Photoshop, it's going to end up looking like some retarded chimp got hold of the finger paints and went to town. The worst part is that I'm studying graphic design because it's the only thing even remotely close to what I want to do. The only other thing I'm good at was competitive/pro PvP in Guild Wars 1. But that ship sailed 7+ years ago. And this is what I'm stuck with. I wish I was good at drawing. That'd be great. I can play for guitars for hours, yet it are the same 5 riffs in a loop. I love road cycling. I hate cycling in traffic. Thin line, I know. Also wind and lack of turn signals. Music. I play in bands and run shows, and the local scene is a cesspit. Every band that expects to get a massive chunk of money at the end of the night, despite bringing literally no one to the show. Bands that ask you to promote shows for them that they know will lose money, and basically get the promotions company to be their financiers. People who gawk at the fact that there's a $5 cover, but will happily buy 8 pence at $4 each. People who turn up to see one band and then fuck off somewhere else. Bands that have had 2 practices and pester us weekly for gigs. Bands that write their own bio in third person and make unfounded claims like On the Rise or Upcoming Success Story. People in other bands bring an entire backline but don't let others use it. Bands who think that having YouTube views and paying for Facebook likes makes them successful. The pissing contest guitarists get into over who can play fastest. The assumption that anyone who doesn't play guitar must be a failed guitarist. People getting music lessons who only want to be able to imitate skillful playing rather than learning how to actually play. Bands that write their own bio in the third person. It makes you feel better. We all feel stupid when we're doing it too. If it makes you feel better, we all feel stupid when we're doing it too. Why do you do it then? It's horribly transparent. Why not just include things reviewers have said? This one, let's see. Everything I love and am passionate about serves no purpose in real life. I will whoop your ass in Super Smash Bros. Or win a Magic the Gathering tournament, but when it comes to performing real life, I'm fucked. Are you good at Smash to become a pro? That's an option. Things people enjoy are unfortunately very difficult to get good enough to make money off of. Nah, I watch a lot of pro play, but I'm just not on that level. Even if I was, the vast majority of pro Smash players don't really amount to much, especially with such a dominant group of people on top. Even H-Box is a real job outside of Smash. Let's see. I really love to cook, but I really can't stand the dilemma of enjoying the food before cleaning up or whatever. Whether I should clean up first so I can really enjoy the meal, I've been learning that it's better to just eat the food while it's hot and deal with having to clean later. The time it takes for the bruises to heal. I'm going to guess either boxing/MMA or domestic abuse. Neither. I'm a masochist. Fortunately, my partner is a sadist, so I'm lucky enough to receive floggings, cannings, and sensory deprivation on a regular basis. Well, at least he's honest about it. Wiping down the keyboard and the floor and then checking 4 times if I hid the earphones and the tissues. You may think I am 14, and while telling that tale, I wish it so. But I'm just married. How the cycle spins. Soon I'll be wearing diapers again. Plus the joys of life. Wiping down the keyboard, the floor, and then checking 4 times so I hid earphones. What? I'm guessing he's referring to post-masturbation process. Like wiping the keyboard for fear that he accidentally got it. The floor, sheesh. Dude needs to get a hold of himself. Sounds like he's getting hold of himself too much. Well, it can be hard sometimes. Hid the earphones. Are you in prison? You ever hit your own face? Have I ever hit my own face? Warcraft MD. I am a man. I have 2 strong arms capable of splitting timber. Fingers that can fold paper at least 4 times. I have a driver's license, but I'm too cool for a car. I rock a motorcycle. That is right. I don't drive one. I rock one. That's how much of a manly man I am. I own shirts with which half a century ago were only worn by men of the forest, by woodcutting mountains. I have fired a gun countless of times. I can hit a target most of the time. I am educated, sophisticated, modern Superman. I am the feminist fantasy of muscle and brains combined. I am a fucking vacuum. Have I ever hit my face? Of course I have. Oh, I'm only laughing because I read the other couple of sentences in my mind while I was reading the last sentence right there. Ever give it a taste? Have I ever tasted it? I am a man. I am too strong. No, actually, no, I have not. That's just weird, man. It really isn't, though. To translate, when he cleans, he moves things so he can clean. Then when he's done cleaning, he can't remember to where he moves those items. He is forgetful with his belongings, which I think we can all relate to on some level. That's not what he's talking about. Oh, well, damn. I like your version better. How do you miss so much? You need to put some towels down or something. I really enjoy songwriting and share my music, but I do not enjoy recording. I have no problem admitting I don't really have the ear for it or the patience required to polish a tune. I just want to write a song for the new idea I have. I really wish I had good friends who preferred this part of the process so we could form a symbiotic relationship. Driving because other people exist. Cycling is ultimately enjoyable until you have to pedal against the wind. People won't listen to opposing opinions. Politics. Getting stuck trying to find the perfect word for a situation. Having a thesaurus helps, but sometimes I don't have it near me. Also, fuck writer's block and creative burnout. I love going fishing. I hate the hours involved cleaning the boat. The Hangover. I hate waiting in line for a ride in an amusement park. It almost spoils the fun. Yep, I had the genius idea to go to a local one during the school week one time. I thought we could ride all the rides. We could ride the rides all day, since hey, the kids are at school and everyone else is at work. Nope, that shit literally shuts down during the week of the school months. Fucking assholes. Well, I went to the fair during like the school day on Friday, like a week or 2 ago. It was pretty fun. There was no lines for anything. I absolutely love basketball, but I hate getting injuries, minor or major. Basketball. Bottling beer. I think that's, the basketball thing's funny because I used to play football. Basketball's so much more safer. Bottling beer. I like making beer recipes, brewing beer, and drinking beer, but cleaning and getting into the bottles is the worst. I keep meaning to buy a keg going set up, but then I need to make a kegerator. And if you're going to make a kegerator, you may as well just make a keezer. That way you can have 6 kegs at once, but I don't have room for a chest freezer full of beer, so I'm stuck bottling. Waiting for the bench press station to become free at the gym. Cleaning and maintaining my off-roader. I just want to go off-road. Crashing my motorbike. Hospital sucks. Sleeping in the wet patch after sex. Ew. For me, it's the squat rack. I love working legs, but hate the fact that there's only 2 squat racks at a very busy gym. All these DLC and microtransactions in AAA video games nowadays. It's better to wait for the Game of the Year edition. Changing guitar strings. It can be a pain in the ass on some guitars, and I always get a little tense when I start tuning it. I've stabbed myself quite a couple times with those little E strings. Cigarettes, lung cancer. In theater, I love the thrill of performing in front of an audience and working with a cast of people that I really enjoy being with. But rehearsing can get so monotonous, running scenes in a script for countless hours until every word and movement is beaten into my memory. I love surfing, but I hate dealing with the crowds in the summer. The freezing temperatures in the winter, and the fact that getting to the beach can take at least an hour each way. I hate it when a video game I'm playing suddenly has a section that is several magnitudes harder than everything which came before it, especially when I know full well that the selection sits in isolation and will be immediately followed by stuff that fits the learning curve again. The only example I can recall right now is the Zelda Twilight Princess, where all of a sudden I'm expected to be a goddamn champ at riding my horse and firing arrows at moving targets against the goddamn clock. I love that game, but was forced to rage quit. I love working out at the gym, but I hate having to wait my turn to use waiting for taking to come so I can finish quests. They never want to show up. What? I'm a Magic the Gathering player. I play well, and I'm at the top of the local meta, but I'm a high school student, senior, and can't afford to shell out $500, $600, or even $700 for a seriously competitive deck. I play online and have experience working with the decks, playing and competing with them, but of course for now I'll stick to the card shop tournaments. Coming back to reality and real life after traveling. Why can't I be content/happy with my day-to-day life? Why do I need to escape? Fuck, I love being gone though. Sounds like you have a shitty job. Losing time when it ends. I enjoy photography. I guess the least favorite part for me is the post-processing. It can be a chore at times. I love collecting dolls. Barbies and limited edition Disney dolls. With any collecting hobby, it is one major downside. People who buy purely to resell, which takes away from the collectors who want it for the collections and might not be able to pay somewhere between 2 times and 10 times the retail price. I understand that buyers set the prices, but sadly that's never going to change. There's always going to be somebody with more money than sense who will pay ridiculousness for something. That sets the standard for everyone else trying to sell the same item for financial gain. Part of the fun of collecting is the thrill of the hunt, but at the same time there are some dolls I currently don't have that cost over $1,000 in the secondary market. It's going to suck paying that much for something when it's retailed for about $100. Wow. Collecting sounds like a pain in the ass. I love going to the sand dunes. I love nothing more. However, after 3 days of the dunes, I am exhausted, disgusting, and sore for days. I absolutely love to write. I think it's glorious to have an idea and just spout it on paper or type so rapidly that your focus blurs. But the horror of writer's block cannot be exaggerated. That blank screen, that flickering cursor. So true. Losing in Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. It's such a fun game, except for when I get creamed by people who barely knows how to play. What? It just means you're probably not very good at it. Super Smash Bros. Melee has like one of the highest skill caps of any game ever made. Getting ready for a hike. I feel like a football player in the training room. First thigh braces, then knee braces. Then I slather my feet with Vaseline to prevent blisters, then ankle braces, and then body glide on my pelvis so I don't get welts from my waist pack. Then packing food, and in for old debate, do I wear a jacket when I'm just going to take it off 10 minutes after I heat up on the trail? I didn't know there was so much to get ready for a hike. I didn't know Vaseline prevented blisters on your feet. Interesting. I love reading and conducting research, specifically in neuroscience and psychology. Learning about all the cognitive processes, genetic variables, social influences, and anatomical features that make us human can be some of the most rewarding experiences in the world. Still, I find myself very annoyed to know that a lot of helpful research is never published, due to things like academic bias or the preference for significant results and experiments. Additionally, a portion of the research that does get published had very questionable methods or statistical treatment of the data. I love living in a world where we are constantly discovering new things, but I hate to still see flaws in how the information gets handled and disseminated. I play goal for a beer league hockey team here in Dallas. I love goaltending, but I, expletive, hate the time it takes to get the gear on and off. I really like the game League of Legends, but I really don't like the community. I think the game is great, but the people are so wide and violent that I just have to mute everyone to have an enjoyable game. Yeah, sounds like a lot of online games. Theater kids. I absolutely love performing, but personality-wise, am an introvert. Gosh darn, theater kids are all extroverted, loud, and touchy. A week of shows where I'm at the theater for 10 plus hours a day is exhausting because of all that. It's like a limitless supply of tears and drama. Baking is fun. Dessert is delicious. Doing dishes is neither. I like melt and pour soap, but smelling soap scent when you want to make dinner? Ugh. I like to write letters. I have trouble with subject changes. I love to travel to new places, but I hate the actual traveling part. Spent 12 hours either on or waiting for planes and buses today. Yeesh. Somebody needs a Nintendo DS. Weight gain from food and booze. If only you could just eat whatever you want and never gain any weight. That would be the ideal world. I love making art, but I hate the self-doubt and stress that comes with it. That my dogs will never live nearly long enough. That the thing I genuinely enjoy, music, my least favorite thing, knowing that it's nothing but vanity. What? I enjoy money, but not the soul-crushing process of getting it. Unless you got a better job. Doing the dishes after cooking a meal. I really need a dishwasher. Techies. Pooping. After I eat some delicious food, I always wonder if it's going to come out in an explosion or like a waterfall. Holy shit. The community in Dota 2 is dog shit, honestly. It's near impossible to have a good game when everyone is feeding and flaming and treating other people like shit. I just want to have fun and play a good game, but it seems impossible. I really enjoy my classes, but God, I hate waking up early. Even when I have enough sleep, the mornings are painful. I really enjoy my classes, but God, even when I have enough sleep, yeah, I'm not a morning person either. Dota 2, I quit playing that for a variety of reasons. One of the main ones was the community, but I mean, really, the biggest one was the fact that games take anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour on average. I can deal with the shitty community in Heroes of the Storm because the games are so much shorter.